Hi, this is Isabel Litzler, the place to be to develop your skills and grow your potential. So today's still filming from Zurich, and I wanted to give a little tip or tips rather on self-confidence because I still get messages of people saying, well, what kind of training do I need to do? What kind of people should I meet or events, etc. And the underlining message for me is more about self-confidence. So I just wanted to share that with you, because the fact that you think that something or someone or an event is going to transform everything that you are or is going to change your life is a little bit limited. And I'm not saying that going to the right events obviously can help you. I mean, yes, you can meet somebody that is going to share with you a piece of information. I'm all for going to events, you know it. But what I'm saying is that there's work that needs to happen from within first before you can see the results in your networking events, in the tasks that you do, in your interaction with others. So everything is going to be basically pending on the inner work. So if you're going at it by, I don't have any confidence and can't go to this event, probably it's because you still need to figure out a few things about you, like what is it that you do exactly? You know, why are you the best for this? What have you achieved to date that really makes you feel that you are this go-to person? So you need to have a tracking, and that's really what's going to be the key in this video that I want to share with you. You know, if you look at an example like mine, because that's all I can think of at the moment. So now I'm making videos on YouTube. If you had met me 10, 15 years ago, I wasn't doing that. I was still in a job somewhere in a company, and I would have been very, very surprised to learn that I could do this one day. But yet it happened. And how did it happen is by all these steps that I've been taking for so many years that have resulted in me being able to do this today. So that's why I say it's a lot of personal development, because it's really getting to a place where you're not afraid to put yourself out there. You're not afraid to speak out. You choose what you want and not want to do. And I wasn't doing that before because I didn't think I had so many options. In a way, I thought, well, I've done HR, that's all I can do, and that's my thing, so to say. And yet I was able to develop so many other skills in the last years. I mean, I've worked on my YouTube channel, I've built a lot of things, and I would have never thought I was capable of doing that. Also, I'm not developing this so much on this channel, but I've done some real estate projects, and I would have never tried that before because I thought, who am I to do this? You know, buying something and selling it and all that. So you'd be surprised all the skills that you can have if you give yourself the key. Because that's really the reason why people don't do it, is because of the fear of failure. And by the way, I have a few failures on my tracking record as well. There was this website that I started called Connect Startup, and I launched it and closed it a few months later, not because I wasn't necessarily successful, but because I thought, I don't know how to handle it. I don't really know what my business model is. People are coming to me to ask me questions that I don't have all the answers, and I didn't really build a support team or anything around me. So because I didn't know what to do with it, I just thought I'd close it because I don't know what to do with it, which wasn't a smart thing. But now with the time that has gone by, but I just made that decision and now I have to own it. So that's why I'm saying no one is perfect, and probably this experience has helped me focus more on, you know, developing, for example, now my coaching business and where I want to go and the things not to do again if I want to avoid mistakes like that. So it's a learning experience, and overall it was pretty positive because I met some people. I've been very good now at websites. If you want to show me your website, I'd be happy to give you feedback, because I know what to put on a website. I know what kind of questions people are going to ask. They can't find the buttons and all that. So I could probably work in digital now for an agency. But seriously, I mean, sometimes by trying things, you develop your portfolio of skills. It's incredible. So I would say don't be afraid to try things, even if it doesn't work, even if the project doesn't work. You know, a lot of people tried things and COVID happened, so they lost their business. People contacting me from countries like Mexico telling me, I lost everything. And these are people that are business people from 10 years, 15 years. I mean, they've been there, done that. They're, I would say, mature, advanced business people. And they tell me I lost everything. So you see, even if the advanced people, the experts, expertpreneurs, they lose everything sometimes. So it goes to say that no one has all the answers. And that's really how I've been going about in my life. I say, okay, you know what? I try this. I give it my best shot. I do whatever I can do to make it work. But if it doesn't, it's just an experience that I have that now maybe I'm good at developing something that maybe is a little bit more like me. And you learn, and you can maybe even help other people now because you've been through that. So you're a great asset. And that leads me back to what can you do to feel more confident and to up your value is by being of value to others. Because guess what? When you've been this kind of a person who's been there and tried things and achieved some, lost some, you become very valuable. Because now when people contact me, or even if I meet them in meetup events, and they say, you know what, I want to start this app and I'm not quite sure, what do you think? I'm thinking back about my Connect Startup project, right? And I can tell them, this is what to do, this is what not to do. And then they're very happy about it. And they probably remember that they talked to me and I was nice and I helped them. So all the failures I had on my failed projects actually ways sometimes for me to connect with people, to find a common ground, because I can be of resource to them because of all my trials and errors, and they really enjoy that. Because think about it, most people, they don't take risks. So typically you meet someone, they've been in the same job forever, or maybe they had a couple of jobs, so they will talk about that for a while, and then by then probably you become bored because it's not interesting, and they lack this energy about them, so you get bored. And then you come, and you're the type of a person who traveled, who tried things, who maybe you started a business, maybe you've worked different jobs in completely different areas, and you become this interesting person, and that can really, really offset the fact that you don't have the exact degree. And I actually received offers like that where I probably, if I had gone through the online system, I would have never been picked. And the great example is my teaching gig. So I was teaching for a while, and the way I had it, the way I received this offer is by meeting the head of the department, the head of the school. If I had gone through the online application tracking system, I wouldn't have gotten it. But I gave myself the key to opportunities. And what did I do? I just went to an event far from my home, but I just signed up for it. I showed up, I paid for it, and I knew it was a great event because the workshop was interesting, so I didn't even look at the price. Sometimes people say, oh, you know, workshop and it costs this much. And I have even friends of mine who work in Switzerland, who have the income, say, I'm not paying this for that. It's too much. They're not seeing the overall picture necessarily. So give yourself the key, you know, give yourself the key by saying, you know, it's going to cost, you know, I'm willing to invest. And because I know why I'm doing it. I know why I'm going to this event where it's costing me a lot of money. But by the way, by doing that, you're putting actually, you're taking responsibility. Because the fact you invested in something, you're going to be motivated to get the most out of it. Whereas if you're in your comfort zone and everything is free, you know, sometimes having everything free is not always a very good motivator. I mean, you look at countries that are doing really well, they're usually countries where they don't have a huge safety net. So when you bring too much safety net, sometimes people don't take risk and they're not discovering all they could do. I mean, think about people who, when they're unemployed, have you seen yourself or maybe people you know when they're unemployed? Probably in the first 9 months of their unemployment, if they get a year worth, they're not going to do much. Because they're like, well, I get the unemployment check, we'll see later what I do. and then they wasted 9 months. So sometimes putting yourself out there, putting your skin in the game, I call it, going to this event where it's going to cost you a lot, but that's when you're going to be talking to people, because you're like, I took a plane, I traveled, I invested in this, so I'd better meet people and I'd better get some things done. So I found that if I put myself in a situation where I have to make it work, I'll find a way, basically. So that's the first thing. The second thing is really to try little by little. So if you want to feel more comfortable about yourself in terms of what you could get, is to start going to small events, start meeting people in your local community. And then you'll see when you get feedback, usually people are very nice, and that's going to give you also some confidence that you're going in the right path. And then maybe when you're a bit more comfortable, you can say, okay, now I'm ready to go to the big event where all the heads are and all the big people are, whatever that is. So I tend not to think about it like that now anymore. I just go to an event and I just see who's there, and I don't have any expectations. I don't really look for the title or the power and all that. I look at more, are they nice people? Are they caring? Are they wanting also to improve themselves? Because I find if I'm surrounded by people, so I'll give you an example of, okay, you're going to meet all the CEOs of big companies, but they're all focused on things and making money and all that. So they don't have a lot of soul, basically. So if you're not that kind of a person, probably it's not going to help you very much. And they're probably going to be as critical towards you as they are towards them, thinking that if they don't have such amount of money, they're worthless. And I've met people like that, by the way, that for them, if they're not millionaire, they're just not comfortable in their skin. And they usually, project that on you, which is not really good. But the way to feel good is to be around people who love what they do, who are so motivated, so passionate, so hungry for developing something. And usually those kinds of people, they are very high on their self-worth, and that's going to also project on you and make you feel better. So that's really how you work on your self-esteem, is be surrounded by people who love themselves, but not in the narcissistic way, but who love what they do, who are very motivated, who are always happy, who are always with projects. And once you spend time with them, it's going to start working on you as well. And you'll be like, wow, today I'm in a good mood. Oh, today I'm motivated. And yesterday I wasn't, because I talked to this person who's always complaining. And by the way, I had a lot of people like that in my life. Some of them are in my direct family. So it's not easy when you have complainers around you, because I notice if I talk to people who are complaining, I don't feel good afterwards. And probably they're going to be, because they're critical about them, they're going to be critical about you. So these people, I think it's a mixture of self-esteem also for them that's not there. Maybe because they didn't do what they wanted with their life and now they project that on you. So try to find again a cocoon or a good group, and you'll see your life is going to start being different. There's this very nice person in my life right now, a lady, and she's so nice and just so caring that each time I see her, I just feel at ease, I feel peaceful, because she has such great energy of caring for others. And we don't see a lot of people like that now. It's all about me, and what's in it for me. And when you meet people like that are so selfless, so dedicated, so just so beautiful from within, it makes you feel at ease, and it makes you feel good also about you, because those kinds of people will be the ones that say, you know what, you look great today, or wow, it's great what you're doing, or you have, and they really mean it. It's not just compliment. And I can't believe you achieved this. Or I had a boss who told me one day, and that was really positive, said, oh, I'm not worried about you, I know you'll do great. So having people like that really helps. Now, when you have people, sometimes you're like, well, why are you quitting your job? And you're making a mistake, and this is not for you, and things like that. It's probably going to down your esteem. So go with people who have the high self-esteem. That's how you're going to have it as well. And also work on your projects, little by little. and you'll meet also better quality people. So I hope this was helpful. Starting to get a bit warm here filming today, but it's really beautiful day. Lots of sunshine, very peaceful as well. The energy here is very peaceful where I'm at in Zurich. People are very nice as well. So hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment below, ask me any questions, and I'll talk to you soon.